We are looking at some angles in a polygons. Before I go into some questions sent to you by DM as regards to questions relating to angles in a polygon, there are some basic rules that you need to understand. When you understand those basic rules, you'll be able to attend to the question appropriately. Take it for example, you need to first understand some basic rules that is guiding polygon. When you have a straight line, when you have a straight line like this, the sum of angle on this straight line is equal to 180 degree. So take it for example, this is line A. Sum of angle on a straight line is equal to 180 degree. So at this center, there's an angle CO, a line CO rather, that meets with line AO. If I close the COA, I forms a different triangle. That's COR rather. And if I should close the COA, I will form another triangle. So forming COB and COA is a different triangle. So the angle here, let's assume you are looking at it from different perspective, the given inner angle X and Y. The sum of those two triangles, X and Y, will give you 180 degree. So I can say that angle on a straight line is equal to 180 degree. X plus Y equal to 180 degree. Yes. The diagram can also be like this. It's not more than the diagram will be in the way I first drew it. So you can have the diagram like this also. So no matter whatever that is given there, you just sum it together is equal to 180 degree. So let's continue. We have the second rule. So let's look at the second rule. The second rule is talking about the sum of angles in a triangle. The sum of angle in a triangle is equal to 180 degree. We have triangle X, we have triangle X, Y, Z. Triangle X, Y, Z. Triangle X, Y, Z. Triangle X, Y, Z. The triangle can also be another type of triangle. So, but let's just take this first one as the one we want to look at. X, Y, Z. So we have these three triangles. When we sum it together, X plus Y plus Z, we have 180 degrees. So sum of angle in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Yes. Let's look at another one. Assuming we have sum of angles meeting at a point O, we can say sum of angle at a point, sum of angle at a point is equal to 360 degrees. So we have this triangle now meeting at point O, another triangle, or let's say another angle meeting at another point O. The first one maybe is X, this one is Y, this one is R. And another angle is still meeting at that the same point. And that one is P. And the other one, this one is Q. So the addition of everything summed together, the sum of angle at a point X plus Q plus P plus R plus Y equal to 360. When you sum everything together, we have 360 degree. 360 degree. Let's permit me to clear this side. My board is not that big. Yes. We have some angles that meet in a cycle also. Or some angles in the cycle, like this one, y, x, and r. Now, the sum of all these angles is equal to 360 degree. X plus y plus r equal to 360. So when you sum all the angles together, the angles in this cycle, we have 360 degree. So that is all about that. So let's look at another rules that guys polygon. We have two vertically opposite angles. Two vertically opposite angles. Two vertically opposite angles are equal. All two vertically opposite angles are equal. So this is two vertical lines. The opposite one, if that place is x and here is y, and this side is arrow, this side is t. The one oppositing, the one facing each other, that's y and x. Y is equal to x. At the same time, x is equal to y. So also if you look at the other opposite, r equal to t and t equal to r, you can look at it very well. The same thing that happens to y happens to y and x. The same thing happens to r and t, because they are vertical opposite angles. So if y is 10, that means if y equal to 10, x2 will be equal to 10. If r equal to 2, then t will also be equal to 2. So let's look at another one, as we still need to clean the board again. Let's look at another one. Our board is not big, so we want to look at this one. This two line here is a parallel lines. A parallel lines are two straight lines that travel the same direction, but they never meet. You can see the line continuing to travel on a straight line. If the line bends on the way, that means it's not a straight line. I'm trying to bring it down in a layman understanding so that you can get these rules correctly. So it is commonly seen that two parallel lines can never meet. The reason why is that they travel the same direction, so they will continue to move it on these obstacles. The third line I draw on it is called tra- uh, transversal line. Transversal line. So when a transversal line crosses a parallel line like this, two things evolve. The first one I'm looking at is what we call alternate angle. X and Y are alternate to each other. Alternate angle. So alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. So when you have two alternate angles, they form they are equal. Two alternate angles are equal, meaning that x is equal to y. Now the diagram can also be like this also. In as much this is true straight line, can see this direction where it travels to is different, but it's also continue to go like that until it meet an obstacle. So this side, you can see it's still an alternate angle. You look at it, the angle back each other is an alternate angle. So P and R are equal, just as X and Y are equal. So also P and R are equal. So we can say P equal to R, as we also said that X is equal to Y. So also P is equal to R. So whatever P is, that's what R is. So let's look at another one that has to do with parallel lines and the transversal line. Now, if you look at this diagram now, if you technically look at this diagram, it looks like the first diagram, but try to look at the position of the angle. The other one, it was alternate. Now, this one now is not alternate, but it's correspond, is in the same line. You can look at it. It's different from the alternate. So we call this a correspondence angle. So correspondence angles are equal. When we have two corresponding angles, they are equal. So T and S is a correspondence angle. T equal to S, or you can say S is equal to T. Yes. So whatever T is, that is what your S is in this diagram. If T is 2, then S is 2. That is it. So let's continue. Yeah. The other one we still want to look at is this diagram. This diagram is called quadrilateral triangle. So a quadrilateral angles. Sum of angle in the quadrilateral is equal to 360. So when we have a line drill like this, line is called a diagonal line. This line now from that move from 0 to R. 0 to R. You can see whenever a diagonal line travels through a quadrilateral triangle, it divide it into two triangle where we have one triangle and we have the second triangle. Let's try to differentiate them. Sum of angles, the sum of angles we have in quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. So from O to R, here we have X, that's the first triangle. We have X, we have Y. Let me change it to capital letter R so that small letter R can be here. This place I have my T. This place I have W. While this side I have Q, small letter Q. Let me try to name this side I have capital letter A, capital letter B. Okay, you can now see that this has formed two triangle indeed. So we have triangle O, triangle on O, or let's say triangle OBR, triangle OBR. Inside this triangle OBR, the angles there is we have O plus B. That's what we have in this angle. O plus B plus R. When you add the three given angle there together, it gives you 180, which is the same thing to say T plus W plus Q give you 180 degree. Remember, sum of angle in a triangle is equal to 180 degree. Then in second triangle we have X plus Y plus R equal to 180 degree. That's the second triangle AOB R. So a triangle AOR. Now, when we now consider the entire triangle, which is AOBR, that's the four given side, we consider the two triangle inside together. The first one is 180, the second one is 180. If you add the 180 together, we have 360 degree. So don't forget, if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. Please, I will appreciate your question. Ask your question. Please comment and like, and don't forget to share. Thank you.